If you've been following my channel for a while, you've probably noticed that recently I've picked up a lot of momentum in both terms of views and subscribers. A few people have even been questioning online just how I got the ball rolling so quickly. Now guys, I'm making this video because right now I believe there is a huge window of opportunity for other Blackpill content creators to step up and create some really successful channels. So in this video, I'm going to be presenting you the 6 most important things that you will need to create a successful Blackpill channel. And last thing before we start, even if you have no intention of creating your own content, this video is still going to be important because it's going to give you massive insights into the YouTube algorithm and how it works. So often, in the comment sections of my own videos, I see some really well thought out, high IQ comments being posted. But because their word choices are poor or they don't phrase their comment correctly, it automatically gets removed by the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, let's get this video started. So these first 3 things are going to teach you how to maximize the number of views, because quite obviously, views on YouTube are important. Now to get high amounts of views, you need just 3 things: a good thumbnail, a good video title, and a title with relevant keywords. Now it's important that you have all 3 boxes checkmarked. You cannot afford to have just 2. This is a golden triangle. So we'll start off with keywords. Now when you first create your channel and upload your first couple of videos, I don't care what the videos are, but you just need to make sure that you have the word Blackpill in the title. This is the most important keyword, and it's important for 2 reasons. Number 1, it gets you in the search results. If you do not put the term Blackpill in your video title, it will simply sit there indefinitely on 0 views. You need the word Blackpill for it to appear in search. And the second reason is that it will attract higher value viewers to your videos. This is something you need to understand about the YouTube algorithm. There are 2 types: low value viewers and high value viewers. A high value viewer is somebody who subscribes and watches every video in full, someone who likes and comments on every video. Guys, why do you think I've been banging on about likes and comments ever since I've started my channel? It all points back to the algorithm. A high value viewer will also share the video to other high value viewers, and they also rewatch at length my older content. All of these things are beneficial to the algorithm. Meanwhile, a low value viewer is somebody who dislikes a video and then leaves immediately, anyone who uses an ad blocker, and this one might surprise you, anyone who shares a video aimlessly. This is why, when you first create a channel, just about the worst thing you can do to stunt your growth is tell all of your friends and buddies about watching your videos. Because yeah, it might give you a cheap 50 to 100 subs right off the bat, but how many of these people are actually going to be watching the content in full? And this leads into my last type of low value viewer, a ghost subscriber. Now this can affect both small and large channels. You know, you see those channels which have well over 1 million subs, but their regular uploads are only getting a few 10,000 views. This is because the majority of their audience are ghost subscribers, and this can really hurt your channel. Have you guys ever noticed that in my videos I will always ask for likes and comments, but never subscribers? Because a high value viewer who consistently watches my content, I don't need to ask him to subscribe, he will do it anyway. Meanwhile, if I ask for subs, then all I'm going to do is attract these low value viewers, who will end up as ghost subscribers. And the message that this sends to the YouTube algorithm is that this channel isn't producing the content that its audience wants, or the channel's content quality is in decline. Anyway, back to the points. Putting the term Blackpill in your video title ensures that you're going to have people watching your content who are already interested in this field. It's going to attract higher value viewers. Anyway, that's it for the first corner, keywords. Now moving on to the second, a good thumbnail. Now despite what you might believe, you don't need some fancy-pantsy software to create a good thumbnail. In fact, not once in my life have I ever even used Photoshop. I literally create my thumbnails in PowerPoint using basic text, images and shapes. It takes up the space of the whole slide, which coincidentally is the exact same dimensions that is needed for a YouTube thumbnail. 1280 by 720. I then copy all of this over to Microsoft Paint, save it as a picture, boom, thumbnail, done. Anyway, carrying on. I find the best thumbnails usually have some sort of graph, have arrows pointing towards something, and ones that include faces tend to work quite well as well. And those faces will usually have expressions of shock or anger on them. All of these things I find are very eye-catching. And now the last thing for creating a good thumbnail, and I got a feeling a few people are going to disagree with me on this, but I fully believe that it is acceptable to clickbait your thumbnail. Now here's why. Think about this, when you first go onto YouTube, the first things that catch your attention are going to be the thumbnails. You're naturally going to look at thumbnails first, then read the title underneath afterwards. And here's another thing about how the YouTube algorithm works. One of the most important performance metrics of a video is the video's click-through rate. This takes the number of views on a video, then divides it by the number of times the thumbnail was displayed on the platform. So this includes any time the thumbnail is shown on the homepage, any time a thumbnail is displayed on the side screen. These all count as thumbnail displays. And the views divided by the displays is equal to the click-through rate. And most videos have a CTR of roughly 4 to 6%. So if we take a look at my most blackpilling story video, we can see that it got 25,000 views, and its thumbnail was displayed 500,000 times. So 25,000 divided by 500,000 is equal to a click-through rate of 5%. So 5% of the time this thumbnail was shown on somebody's screen, it led to somebody clicking on the video and generating a view. Now this is extremely important, because if a video gets an average click-through rate of roughly 4 to 6%, the YouTube algorithm is neither happy nor sad. It's going to promote it as normal. But if a video has an above average CTR, then the algorithm is going to reward this video. This is what causes videos to spiral out of control and go viral. Contrast on the opposite side, if a video gets a CTR of less than 4%, then the algorithm will punish and suppress this video. Therefore, because the margins between a video doing awful and exploding out of control are so fine, I wholly believe that it is acceptable to clickbait your thumbnails in order to grab attention. Anyway, that's it for thumbnails. Now moving on to a great title. And for this, my stance is completely different. You should never clickbait your title. Instead, your title should be to the point and explain the thumbnail that you are presenting. So what's the problem with clickbaiting your title? Well, a couple of days ago I stumbled upon this video. A fallen tree. You won't believe what happens next. Now I clicked on this video and it had absolutely nothing to do with a tree. In fact, there was nothing shocking or surprising about this video. It was literally just two people doing an ordinary vlog video. So my point is, the end result of me watching this video was I clicked on it, watched no more than about 15 seconds of content, then pressed the dislike button and left. This is the fundamental problem with clickbaiting your title. It only attracts low value viewers. Remember guys, it all points back to the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, that's it for the 3 things that attract the greatest amount of high value views. And as stated, you need all 3 because otherwise your channel will face one or more of the following issues. Now moving on to the second 3 most important things, maximizing viewer engagement. This is just as important as getting views, as the algorithm strongly promotes high quality content. And similar to the views, maximizing viewer engagement also has a golden triangle. The 3 things are good audio, a good video, meaning what's actually shown on the screen, and good thought-provoking ideas. We'll start with audio, and unfortunately on a platform like YouTube, that means no voice cells, no accent cells, no mic cells, mental cells, or stutter cells. If you are any of these things, then your success on YouTube will be massively limited. But the one that annoys me the most out of all of these is these guys, mic cells. Like, how difficult is it to buy a good mic? I personally use a Blue Snowball and it costs like $50. You don't need to spend crazy amounts of money, but it's going to be 100 times better than the mic that is already built into your computer. As for accents, I tend to find that American, English, or sometimes Australian do the best. These are what I find to be the most understandable. And don't underestimate how important these things are, guys. Think about it. Do you honestly believe that if YouTube's biggest content creator, PewDiePie, had a thick Nordic accent, then he would have been anywhere near as successful? And if you feel your voice or accent will be a problem, then there's plenty of easily accessible ways to get somebody else to record your voiceover. I found this guy on Fiverr who charges just $5 for 400 words, which works out at roughly $15 per 10-minute video. Now moving on to ideas, and again, there's quite a few big no-nos. So your ideas can't be boring, like this video is. No repeating the same points over and over in the same video. No recycling older content you've already produced. And avoid copying what other content creators have already done. It's okay to have a bit of overlap, but make sure the majority of your ideas are original. You should be providing as much evidence as possible to support your arguments. I tend to find a good split is 70% of the time you're talking about scientific evidence and studies, and the last 30% is your own personal anecdotes and experiences. Lastly, moving on to a good video. Now what I see so many content creators fail at is that they forget that YouTube is not a podcasting platform. YouTube is a video platform. If somebody just wanted to listen to someone else talk, then they would just use a podcast. So I don't understand why there are so many YouTubers whose videos are a blank screen and them talking for 25 minutes. It's extremely useful to present information on your screen to support your points. And again, you don't need some fancy editing software for any of this. I use a screen recorder, Flashback 5 Pro, to record all of my videos, and this cost about $40. So it's not difficult to provide at least something that the viewer can see. Anyway, that's it for the 3 things that maximize engagement. And again, it's crucial you have all 3 to get the best results. Now moving on to my 10 bonus tips. Number 1. Put the word Blackpill in your channel name. For example, Waffles Blackpill. This just makes the topic of your channel easily recognisable, and you'll see this is quite common amongst other channels too. Number 2. Get a professional looking channel logo. The Waffles logo was created by this guy on Fiverr, Creations Inc. He was really good to work with, and he charged just $15 to create both my logo and channel banner, which I thought was an excellent deal. So if you're in need for a logo, I'll leave a link to his page in the description box below. Number 3. Buy access to the website FreePic. I'm not sponsored by any of these, but I'd highly recommend getting FreePic. It's this website which has loads of high quality images to choose from. It gives me full licensing to all of the images, so I don't have to worry about copyright. It gives me full editing rights, and costs just £50 per year. This is where I get the majority of the images that I use in my videos from. And they do have a free version available, however you don't get access to all of the images, you only get some of them. But to get full access, it's just £50 per year. Number 4. Upload consistently. The algorithm rewards creators that upload on a consistent basis. A rate of 1 video or more per week, which are evenly spread, is ideal. Number 5. As soon as you get the chance to monetize, do it straight away. Once you reach 1,000 subs, you'll be able to monetize. And it's not even a case of making money, more so the fact that YouTube promotes monetized channels much more, because they are the ones that they are able to make money off of. Number 6. Try to make all your videos 10 minutes or longer. And again, this goes back to your videos being promoted favourably, because making your videos 10 minutes long means you can place mid-rolls in your videos, which are ads that come up halfway through. Number 7. No foul language. And again, this ties in with the monetization. I've only had monetization issues on 2 of my videos, the debate with Hamza and the debate with Pearly Things. All of my other videos have been completely fine and clean. And a lot of the time it is just about being careful. Here's a quick story. When I first went to record my video Top 10 Data, at the point in the video where I stated the bottom 50% of men are competing for the bottom 5% of women, in the initial recording I said last 5% of scraps, and then I quickly thought, wait, I can't say that on YouTube, so I changed it to just the last 5%. So a lot of the time it is just being careful with your word choices. And if you're unsure of which words are acceptable or unacceptable, somebody has posted online the complete list of demonetized words. The list is 3,000 words long, and they are graded by their severity, so the orange ones are much more risky. Number 8. Comment clout. This is where you post comments on other channels to gain attention. I don't know about you guys, but I see this guy living a life of abundance everywhere. I always see his comments on videos. But in fairness, it's quite a good strategy. It does work quite well. Like you'll see it in the comments on some of my videos. But I don't have a problem with it, because it's benefiting me as they are helping the algorithm by posting comments, and it's benefiting them as they are attracting higher value viewers to their own channel. So give this a go, and I find this works especially well in the early stages when you've got less than 100 subs. Number 9. Cooperate with other channels. This is a list of all of the channels that I've cooperated with so far, and I would say at least half of my subscribers have come from this strategy alone. And again, it is great at attracting high value viewers. Lastly, number 10. Don't be afraid to invest money in the early stages of your channel. I'd say so far I've spent about £200 setting up my channel. Yeah, so guys, everything that you can see on the screen right now is my complete setup. So I've got the mic in the middle here, which I've already spoken about, and this was about £50. Then I've got this pop filter thing here, which is about a tenner, and it's all attached to this big adjustable arm, and this was about a tenner as well. Then I've got this big 31-inch monitor, which is absolutely massive, and this is really useful too. Then I've got the FreePic image software that I've already spoken about, the logo that I've already spoken about, and the screen recorder that I've already spoken about. So in total, to set up this whole thing, you're really only talking about £200. And obviously you're going to need a computer as well, but if you don't have one of those, then you can pick up a cheap laptop for like £300–400. Anyway, that's the video. These are the 6 most important things to create a good channel, and 10 bonus tips. I know this video is a slight deviation from my usual content, but I hope it helps anyone who's just starting out. And no, it's not because I'm running out of ideas. In fact, I've got at least 8 weeks of content that I want to get out for you guys, so make sure you're there for those. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you press the like button and leave any thoughts in the comments below, as it helps the YouTube algorithm.